Are we recording? Tell him, Steve Smith Sr. Watch how he lights up.
Immediately cut. Instantly cut.
What you was eating, vanilla bean?
How dare you? How dare you?
This is the personal opinion of Coley Mick, not of Steve Smith Sr. and Tim Patrick.
I had a feeling this how this was gonna go.
Nah, I'm messing. Are you ready?
Cut to it, cut to it. Let's get down to it. Cut to it, cut to it, cut to it. Let's get down to it.
Hey, welcome to the Cut to It podcast. A Utah guy. Welcome to the Cut to It podcast. Tim Patrick.
What's up? What's up? Appreciate you guys having me.
Man, what's going on? How you doing? You doing a little rehab?
Yep, just got done with rehab. About to get in the steam room after this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna call it a day.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get into what's rehab for you. But man, we got some little questions, little icebreakers, just to make you feel a little comfortable. Man, what would you rather drive? An ice cream truck to work or dress up as a clown?
Ice cream truck.
Man, you went quick with that one.
Why was I quick?
Yeah.
Shit. What's good about a damn clown? I heard you call a couple people clowns. Ain't nothing good about a clown.
Touche. All right. What about you, Coley?
Oh, ice cream truck's great.
Oh,
That's easy. You can hit the sirens. I feel like people would move out of the way if you turned on the
sirens.
Oh, there are sirens. There are sirens.
No,
you got the walkie-talkie. You can
That's
talk.
not a
You can get out of the way. You can have it play whatever you
to
want.
Get pulled over.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm doing the pulling over, is what I'm saying.
All right.
And after practice, I got a little snack in there. Perfect.
Yeah. But Coley, I feel like you would eat all your product though.
Oh, and no, I'd carry a lot of stuff I don't mess with at all, specifically so I don't do that.
All right, so we talk about ice cream, man. Growing up, we all a little bit older, so that's good. Growing up, there used to be an ice cream truck. What was your go-to ice cream on the ice cream truck?
It was either a strawberry shortcake or a fudge bar.
What about yours, Coley?
Yeah, strawberry shortcake's a classic, but I also like the Ninja Turtle too, with the two weak gumball eyes. Yeah,
I'm about to say they always deform, bro. It took away the excitement as soon as you got it.
What about you?
Strawberry shortcake, but I also like the chocolate shortcake.
Yep.
But man, I like ice cream sandwiches, but I don't like vanilla. I like chocolate. I like chocolate ice cream sandwich.
You got to get the value pack from Costco. All the flavors.
Mm-hmm.
I say I don't like all the flavors, bro. See, some people like to be closet. I'm out. Look, I like certain type of ice cream. I don't give me the Neapolitan because I'm only gonna eat the strawberry or the chocolate. I'm not touching the vanilla. I don't like vanilla. Right? I don't want Pralines, butter pecan. I don't want Pralines.
Oh, you tripping? The butter pecan is the best ice cream. If we were to ask an ice cream question, I would say butter pecan.
Yeah, but see, that's a black pour flavor, bro. I know. It's a black pour flavor. All the ninjas I know that grew up in the hood, and we'll get into your story, like butter pecan. And half of the time, it was a generic butter pecan. It wasn't Breyers.
Yeah.
It wasn't Haagen-Dazs. No, it was the big clear can.
Clear tub, yeah.
With a handle. It was like, man, is that ice cream? Or is that, I don't even know what that is. I just know it's ice cream. See, so Coley, do you have butter pecan?
Have I had it or do I like it?
Do you like it?
No.
Yeah, see?
Oh, wow.
That's a poor black flavor, bro. I'm telling you.
I feel like it's a grandmother flavor.
What you was eating, vanilla bean?
I was not. How dare you? How dare you?
We were both raised by grandmothers, so that might be true.
Yeah. I feel like it's it's one of those Great Depression flavors, butter pecan.
Coley, you can't answer this because you already saw it. What do a dollar and a moon have in common?
A dollar and a moon. What do they have in common?
Yes.
If there's anybody in the locker room, what does $1 in the moon have in common?
Well, I don't mean to bash your team, but I'm pretty sure if you're in the Denver Broncos locker room with the situation they got on, there are not a lot of sharp guys in there right now. I wouldn't really be counting on.
I had a feeling this how this was going to
go. Nah, I'm messing. Are you ready? 4 quarters. Look, he is so mad. You are so mad, bro. All right, let's get to it, man. What's your favorite sports team growing up? Any sport?
Lakers.
Okay. Coley.
You gonna say the those guys in green?
Mm-hmm.
You think you're gonna
say the name?
I don't need to say the name.
Oh, go ahead. Y'all go ahead and talk. I want to see this. I like it. I'm a Clippers fan, so I don't have any championships to talk about.
I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna go. They're gonna make it to the Eastern Conference Final, and they're gonna lose. They're a regular season team.
Oh, they made it to the finals 6 months ago.
Yeah, you made it to the finals and shit down your pants.
Yeah, it was bad. It was tough.
Yeah, that was. You know, people talk about the Lakers making it all the way if LeBron comes back healthy.
You know who's only talking about that? Lakers people fans. Those are the only people talking about it.
I would agree. I would agree.
Let me guess. You don't think the Kings are any good? You don't think Jokic's any good?
I don't think you could beat the Lakers in a 7-game series.
Who? Me personally, probably not. Boston Celtics?
I feel like most teams in the West can't beat the Lakers in a 7-game series with a healthy team.
With a healthy team?
Yeah.
They're better without LeBron right now.
Hey, the thing I think positive. You got a lot of negative energy over there.
You started this off by telling me my team wasn't going to win. What kind of positivity is that?
Because they not. That's just how it goes.
It's not positivity.
I'm just speaking the real. That's it. It's not negative.
You're speaking the real and saying the Lakers are going all the way. That's what you're doing?
I said with a healthy team. There's a little star next to it.
Okay. We'll see.
What football team did you like growing up? How about we do this? Please don't say.
Oh, I'm from Boston. We don't have to do a lot of thinking here.
All right, so you're just a typical Boston guy. Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I've been saying that.
That was aggressive.
No, it wasn't. I've been saying that for the last 6 months. I've been saying that the last 6 months about him. He will bring up.
Stop this.
No. I would. In football season, when the games are going on and his team happens to play, he will bring up to some degree the New England Patriots in a way that's kind of like, we're on the cusp. Like, it will be something so.
I was very down on the Patriots this year. That certainly wasn't how I was talking.
He was down on the Patriots, even when we weren't scheduled to talk about the Patriots.
You act like they play like less games than everyone else, and I'm like reaching to bring them up. They play the same amount of games as everyone else.
I know, but I avoid them like they got COVID.
Would you guys accept Tom Brady to come back?
Back? I don't hate it, but I don't. It doesn't solve our long-term problem. Like, he's only got a year or two left, regardless. So it's like I'm setting my sights a little younger. Number 8 in Baltimore is where I'm looking.
Now with Joe Judd as your quarterbacks coach,
he's not there. He's gone. We brought in Bill O'Brien. We got Bill O'Brien.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to pay him what he wants, so you could just forget about that.
Maybe. I don't know. Bill's. I think Bill's fed up with this experiment. I don't think he's having fun.
All right, let's get into it, man. Tell us where you're from and a place you call your hometown.
San Diego, California.
Okay. How would you describe growing up in San Diego, California?
It depends on what part of my life you want to hear about. Early part, middle.
We want to hear about whatever you're willing to reveal based on when I see Tim Patrick catch a pass. I don't want to hear that. I'm not interested to see his closet with all his nice shoes. I want to actually know the young man that was born in San Diego, California, that's catching that pass and getting back on the field and dominate.
I never even got asked this question before. Honestly, it was just, I don't want to say it was a typical upbringing, but I played, obviously football was the main sport. My dad got into coaching for 1 year when I was 3, just so I could start early. Cause the football age is 5. So he became a coach so I could play early. And, they betting on the games on the sideline and stuff like that. And you get that extra $20 if you score a touchdown or you pull a certain amount of flags. So it got to a point where the trash talking that was going on the sideline turned into the game too. So every time I made a play, I let the other guy know. So it's just one of those grimy dog feelings of just making a play, belittling somebody that excites me. So I think I just grew up in a competitive household where everybody was athletic and good at sports. And so there was never a day where it was just like an easy day.
I have a hard time picturing the fact that a 3-year-old is talking smack, and then later that night after the big game, he's in a pull-up because he's 3 years old.
I got pictures. Started very early.
Man,
my dad coached literally 1 year just so I could play early and then stop coaching after that.
Huh. That's crazy.
It is. My daughter turned 3 literally yesterday, so I'm like having a hard time processing her out there. Be like, get up, get weight up.
I was literally bred to play football.
Wow.
It sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah. Receiver, I didn't think I was going to be a receiver, though. My dad bred me to be a linebacker. I had the neck roll and shit and Pop Warner.
Wow.
All that, yeah. So I think that's where my aggressive edge come from because he bred me to be a defensive player. And then out of nowhere, I hit a crazy growth spurt and coaches just started moving me to receiver, but I didn't really want to play until I got to junior college.
Man, I know you was raised by your grandmother, man. Tell me about that. Tell me about, the circumstances around it and just what your grandmother means to you.
My grandma, my rock. I definitely wouldn't be here without her. I don't want to say it was a tough situation. My dad went to jail. My mom went to jail when I was born. So I was kind of in a situation where my mom and dad kind of will fight over me. But my safe space and middle ground was my grandma's house. And that's where I felt most comfortable because they had their house. They still got their house right now. So that was home to me because that was the only thing that was stationary for me. So she's the one that no matter what the situation was in life, she always believed in me. And junior college, I don't know if you have to deal with this when you was in JUCO, but Grossmont didn't allow me to take my English and math class. So I had to go out of state online class, Adams State, to get class, and I didn't have no money to get it. And she found a way to get the money to pay for my English and math, and that's why I was able to go D1. So she's definitely the reason why I'm here right now.
Man, no, they had math and English.
They had the classes, but you got to take the test so they could place you. I never took the test, and I didn't have time to wait.
Yeah.
So I had to go get those online classes from Adams State.
Yeah,
and take them.
No, they had everything right on campus for us, bro.
That's crazy.
Junior college, man. Junior college, what's that? What's that show on Netflix, right? Last Chance U has glorified community college because, bro, back in the day, community college is not what it wasn't.
They don't care about no athletes.
Man, community college is. It was tough. I remember we played Bakersfield. I went to Santa Monica Community College. We played Bakersfield. Bro, we rode a school bus, not a charter bus, a school bus up to Bakersfield. Bro, that was a long haul.
Yeah, we wasn't on no school bus.
Bro, we got mollywopped and then rode the same school bus right on back down the street.
Yeah, the Last Chance U definitely makes junior college like somewhere you want to be. It's not.
You know. No,
It's not.
It's not. So based off what you grew up in, grandma being your rock, man, how did it shape your view on the world today?
I just appreciate everything. I appreciate everything because everything I had to get, I kind of had to fight for it. It got to a point where I was tired of falling back to my grandma and trying to ask for help, so I tried to figure it out myself. And the way today is how kids want all these damn cleats. I didn't get my own pair of cleats till I got to Utah. So all these kids worrying about gloves and cleats. When I got to Utah, I was in heaven. They gave me 3 free shirts, 3 shorts, some gloves, some cleats. Man, I thought I was in heaven. I thought I was low key rich. I had so much gear, and even to this day, I try to keep that same mentality where I try not to fall into that bougie mindset where I need this, I need that. You give me one thing, I'm gonna make that shit work.
What role do you believe sports played in your life?
It played every role. Dad being gone, some coaches feeling like a father figure, becoming a man, work ethic, everything. I had a simple mindset, like if I'm good at football, I could get to this level. Like I didn't care about school. That's why I ended up going to junior college. Found a way to get out of junior college. I told myself when I got to Utah, I'm going to play 1 year. I'm going to enter the draft. I don't care what my stats is. That's what I was going to do. And I got humbled with that injury that year, and it slowed everything down. And I think that was the turning point of where I'm at in my career and me like really turning into a man.
You go to Utah, man. Tell us what that experience was like for you at Utah.
So I went there as a walk-on because my grades was that bad. And then I got a scholarship after the first practice. And then when I got to Utah, it was just a mindset that I'm gonna make it, I'm going to the league. So I didn't talk to nobody outside of the field. I just talked shit on the field and made plays. And it rubbed a lot of people wrong. And then I ended up earning the starting spot in 4 days on the first roster. When they dropped the roster, the first week of training, fall camp, I became a starter after doing the extra practice at the end of practice with all the 3s and 4s. And then I changed my number the day after that. So I got into fights that whole first week or 2 weeks. I got into fights with a lot of people because they thought I was a cocky little shit. So once they found out my mentality of like what I was trying to do, everybody hopped on board, and it was cool, man. It slowed me down. San Diego's a fast-paced place, and Utah is the complete opposite. And I think it was exactly what I needed in my life at that time. It was like there was nothing to do. All I needed to focus on was football and school, and I'm glad I went there, honestly, because it was what I needed in my life at that point.
You said you wouldn't talk to people off the field. You said it rubbed people the wrong way. What do you mean? Like exactly, like rub them in a.
Well, I was just so focused on football. Like people want to hang out and do other things, and I'm like, hey, bro, I'm here for one reason, bro. I'm trying to get going. So after practice and stuff like that, like when we had our little breaks, I'll sit in my locker, chill. When we went back to the hotel, I'm chilling in my room, ain't talking to nobody. It was like every day was just me trying to prove myself. I didn't have time to try to be friends with people.
So I that's interesting to say that. So what were all the other so you know in college, so we got 75. So what were the other 74 other people doing? Since you were the only one trying to get to the league.
I can't tell you. I was in my damn room. Shit. Yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I had to say it that way. Like, well, Tim Patrick's the only one trying to get to the league around here. You know, he's the only one about business.
Nah, I think everybody, because the way it was set up, you know, you got the recruits and then everybody knows who's coming in.
Yeah.
I wasn't announced that I was coming to the team until damn near the day or two before fall camp. So nobody knew me at all.
Okay.
And then I was a walk-on.
Okay.
And then I earned a starting spot. So Nick people trying to figure out like who is this guy.
And I get it. You caught yourself. Good job.
Yeah,
that was funny.
I go with Ninja. Right.
So people trying to figure out like who am I? I didn't know nobody. Nobody knew me. So it's like I'm not the person that's going to start the conversation on.
Okay, I get that. Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's why it rubbed people the wrong way. They wanted me to reach out since I was a new guy and try to talk, but
generally that's what happens with the new people.
Yeah,
well, it sounds like the first time they even heard you speak was you like berating them and talking down. Like, I don't like this guy at all. This is a mean guy.
Hey, he saw me in the hall, didn't speak to me. He was getting taped ahead of me, didn't speak to me. I passed him in the shower, didn't speak to me, but you shouldn't, didn't speak to me. And now we're on the field and I can't get him to shut up.
It's just one of those things. My safe place and my comfortable place is the field. So when I'm off the field, I'm quiet.
Yeah. Very
quiet unless I know you. So when we got on the field, I was in my safe place. So if I made a catch, I was gonna let the people know, because I felt like I didn't get the respect I deserve. Everybody thought I was a walk-on, just like a little camp body, and I wanted to prove to them that I'm a walk-on for a certain reason. I'm not a walk-on because of what I could do on the field.
Yeah, but you were a walk-on still, though.
I was a walk-on for 24 hours.
I understand. I'm not trying to put you down with saying that, but I just think like sometimes, right? So you said that, and like you said, they didn't give me my respect because I was a walk. You know, I wasn't a walk. You were a walk.
I showed up out of nowhere. No one knew me. They didn't respect me immediately.
Yeah. Hey, generally you earn respect. No, not with this guy. He gets it. He doesn't talk to anybody. He just showed up on our doorstep, and we gotta respect him right now. Did I summarize it?
Yeah, you summarized it.
Is that how you were when you got to the league? Did you do the same thing there?
Oh, hell's no.
Nah.
No.
Because when I first got to the league, I was in Baltimore.
And you was what? Oh, you were a year removed after I was gone.
Yeah.
So we still had some dogs, like some
Mike Wallace.
So hey, let me rephrase that. We still had the misfits.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby was the coach.
Bobby was the coach.
Oh, Bobby was well rode long and hard. You got that.
Yeah, you could tell he was just happy to coach the rookies. That was it. Baltimore was the hardest thing I've ever done in life.
Why?
When I first got there, it was just the rookies, we conditioned every day, and then in the weight room, they made it feel like a max out day every day. And then we'll go out on the field
and practice for 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours, and then do it all again the next day.
1 hour, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds, bro. And we'll try to fudge it to 2:05 if he can.
At all. And then we get a 5-minute warm-up, and then you can't really warm up too good before practice because all the vets take all the good stuff. So then we warm it up for 5 minutes and then go straight into kickoff. Full cover, 50 yards, full speed. And it was like that every day. And then in rookie minicamp, we had two-a-days. Two-a-days is not even allowed. And we doing two-a-days out there, and they got fined for it. They obviously didn't care because they did it again the next year after I left.
Yeah.
It was hard. My body never felt healthy there, no matter what I did. Eric Weddle was there, another youth. He gave me some tips to try to get my body right. But by then, I was too far gone. It was the cold tub wasn't doing nothing. The sauna wasn't doing nothing. The stretching wasn't doing nothing. It was a battle just to get out on the field every day.
Hey, real quick, who's that in the background? Who's that?
Talking?
Yeah.
It's another you. It's Garrett.
Garrett who?
Garrett Bowles.
Man, get Garrett over here. Bring Garrett over here.
Garrett. Steve Smith.
Hold on, I'll call you right
back. Steve said, I know that's right.
Hey, Garrett.
Hey, man.
Hey, what's
you don't
up,
want to talk to me no more? You too cool for me now, Steve?
No, I'm not too cool for you, but we doing this interview and we can hear you on the phone in the backdrop.
I had to talk to my boo-boo, man. My wife had to call me.
You asked him to come over here. This is your fault.
I understand, but we can hear you in the back, man. Listen,
I'm a lineman, man. I have to be loud. I know you got a house in Park City.
No, I don't.
Stop lying.
Stop lying to me. I know you got a house in Salt Lake City.
I do not have a house in Salt Lake City.
You're over here shaking his head like you do got one.
No, I do not.
Well,
I don't.
You might as well buy a house. You know you like Salt Lake.
We gonna finish this. I got a daughter, brother. Bro.
All right. Hey, so you go undrafted. Did you expect not to be drafted? Be truthful.
Not really. Honestly,
you thought somebody.
I didn't. I know I didn't have enough film, and I had some problems with catching a little bit, and I had injuries. But after my pro day, everybody was shocked at what I did. So I was expecting somebody to take a flyer in the 6th or 7th round. Mm-hmm. And then all the things I've seen with projected to get drafted, I was projected to get drafted. So I was definitely surprised.
You didn't get drafted. How did that hit you?
It hit me hard. What made it worse, I got called 5 times during the draft. And I had to tell my family to be quiet 5 times for them to ask me, are you still available?
What?
Yeah. And Bobby was one of them. He called me twice.
Oh, what do you mean? They're in the same draft you're looking at.
That my point exactly. They was calling. It was Baltimore. It was the Colts. It was Tennessee, and the other team was I think it was the Raiders.
All the teams that have all the teams that have wide receiver issues, right?
Yeah. I had a good market, the undrafted market, but Baltimore just seemed like the right choice. You just left. They didn't really they had Mike Wallace was a speed guy.
Brashad Perriman was he was dealing with some injury stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I felt like I could have been filled in that role. Mm-hmm. I don't like saying possession receiver, but I could have filled in that role, that guy that could run slants and go balls for them, but it didn't work out that way. So now I'm here.
What has been your experience in the league so far as an undrafted guy on your second team?
Here's a brother that helps him.
My experience was never have high expectations. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you do on the field, they always have a plan. And sometimes you might not fit in that plan. So every year is kind of like a 1-year deal.
Even if it's fully guaranteed, even
if it's fully guaranteed, you see what's going on right now. So I just learned not to I stopped putting yards goals, touchdown goals, because you can see every year I'm not one of the guys that should be getting the ball, but by the end of the year, I'm getting fed one of the most on the team. So it's just one of those things, man. I just go out there and make sure I have fun.
So you live that mentality, really, not for long, league.
Yeah.
And what have you done for me lately?
Yes, 100%. Once.
Go ahead.
People forget that Maris Thomas got traded and Von Miller got traded out of here. They easily probably top 5, one of the greatest Broncos ever. And they got traded for some picks.
And they use some of those picks to get his replacement and then traded his replacement.
Yeah. It's truly the not for long league. It's a 1-year deal every year. People get happy about those contracts. You don't show up after that first year, they'll trade your ass quick.
So if you are MVP 2 years ago, how are they gonna treat you?
What have you done for us lately? They'll give you the year to figure it out, but if you don't figure it out by the end of the year, don't be shocked if you out of there.
When you say figure it out, though, what do you mean? Because people think figure it out, and they think it's about sometimes figuring it out isn't about performance, is it?
Nah. It's what they want you coming in the building early, being one of the last ones to leave, take that next step of being a leader, stuff like that. And I feel like those things come first, and then maybe the stuff on the field sometimes with certain people.
Well, I was gonna say you're talking about it. You keep going back to I just try to have fun out there. Has that been more difficult? Like it seems like you're carrying around a lot for a positive guy, carrying around a very negative view of the league. So is it hard sometimes to stay positive?
Nah, because the situation I was put in by being undrafted, you're automatically at the bottom of the totem pole. So they could draft a guy in the 7th round. He's going to be higher than you, and they're hoping for him to be your replacement.
Why?
Because it's their guy.
And who's the guy? Who's the they person? The who?
See, you trying to make me go into it too.
No. I'm just saying.
Yeah, what's his name? What's his social security number? Tell us. Point him out.
What's his blood type? It's just scouts. Like a scout is going to value a draft pick over
who they did their homework on.
Yes.
Right.
Who they said, hey, this is my stamp of approval. I think this guy can play. Here are the qualifications, right? He's a 1 point such and such guy, meaning, like, see, they even have Coley. Like, I don't know if you know this, Tim. Man, they have it to the fact of they have it broken down where he's a elite starter, good starter, backup, and then they go first round, first half, first round, second half, second day, first half, second day, middle, second day, third, and they go through all of that, and then they literally have, okay, it doesn't matter. We're going to get this guy in the X round because if he does good, we look like geniuses. But if he doesn't, it doesn't matter.
Right.
And they compare him to people that's on the roster already. Can he take this guy's spot?
Yeah. Or his value.
Yeah. So you can't really get comfortable in this league, especially being undrafted, because at the end of the day, they still going to view you as an undrafted guy. So they don't think it's ceiling high at all.
This is Bandit. He founded Underdog Fantasy so that humans who really love sports could play with their friends and win some big prizes. Tell your human to go to UnderdogFantasy.com today.
So you make it, you sign. You talked about your wide receivers coach, man. What has your wide receivers coach with the Broncos really done for you personally to help your professional career?
Former Broncos coach.
Yeah, my bad.
I think he helped me with just caring about the details.
You gotta say his name though. You can't.
Oh yeah, Zach Azani.
Can't leave that man nameless.
Yeah, he got on me about that too. That's funny that you said that. But Zach Azani, he just made me focus on the detailed things. I was just a guy out there that was just playing with talent, and he made me really focus in on the details of route running, the details of blocking, and I think that's what took my game to the next level because he always harped on the details and he always harped on the routines. And once I got my routine and started focusing on the details, that's when I just started going up. And he definitely played a big part. He's a guy that expects 110 every day. And those days when you don't feel like doing it, he gonna make sure he say something to piss you off to bring you back up to make you finish that day out the way. Obviously, he wants you to finish out, but as a player, you should want to finish out every day.
I read it said you said he was very good at teaching you how to be a pro. What was your idea of a pro at that time?
My idea of a pro, getting in the steam room after practice.
Really?
Yeah, getting in the steam room because I remember Eric Weddle. He got in the steam room before practice. He got in the steam room after practice, and he iced. I don't know what he did at home. We didn't talk about that. I just seen what I seen at the facility. And I got in the steam room. It was something extra. And that was my idea of getting a pro. The jug machine, I'm not a fan of it, but I'll get like 20 catches in. Yeah. And I felt like I was doing something. And I felt like I was doing more than most. And in reality, I was doing the bare minimum.
Wow. So see, that's what happens. You didn't talk to anybody off the field, so you never figured out what he did.
Exactly. I don't talk to people, so like a lot of shit I figure out the hard way. And I make stuff tougher on myself by not reaching out and obviously asking people. That's just kind of the way everything in my life is hard, so I'm kind of accustomed to it. So I'm comfortable in that situation.
So you've had to figure out life on your own a little bit, the hard way.
Yeah. So I reached out to you though.
I'm
learning.
Can we talk about that?
It's like the hardest way.
Yeah. We could. Hey, Steve. Hey, bro, this is not your fault. This is me, bro. Go ahead. You got him hyped up because you called him over. This is your fault. He should have been gone.
Hey, if Mama talking sweetness, he should be trying to get home.
Yeah, he should be. Go ahead and get that third baby going, bro.
Hey man, don't forget who helped you.
Yeah. Look it. You started it. Come on, let's start. Go on to the. Yeah, you started.
Hey, man. So me and Tim. So the first time we met each other, but not as pros, not as not full beard. Because I came up to Utah a few times, right? Just in practice, slipped in,
intimidating people.
I didn't.
Don't let him fool you.
Who did I intimidate?
He wasn't trying to talk to people either. Don't let him fool you. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What was the wide receivers coach though at that time when I came up there?
Oh, Stubblefield, and you wasn't a fan.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Stubblefield. That's why. And he wasn't a fan of me, so we kind of
kept your distance, and you just looked angry.
Well, bro, he was teaching. He didn't teach y'all well.
He taught us all how to be slot receivers.
That ain't well. You too big to be only playing in the slot, which is why you play all over the field.
Yeah, true.
So I did not like that coach. That coach was.
Yeah. Whatever Steve told you about when he come up to Utah, all happy. Nah.
The Instagram's all pictures. He's smiling.
He'll talk to Witt a little bit. He's gonna talk to Shaw. Might talk to a couple players because they might be from the same area or something. But he gonna look angry, and he gonna just be chilling, watching, talking mess in his head. Don't let him fool you. You don't like talking to people either. It's okay.
Wow. So now I get crucified for talking in my head, huh? I can't talk. Don't talk out loud. Now don't think. Hey, the Devin Lloyd sit down for 3 days that I did for E6 for NFL 360. That was fake. Don't worry about it.
I didn't see none of that.
Hey, so we're at the Utah USC game, and so talking to Tim. And bro, Tim said something to me that like blew my mind.
I don't know if you say this, would it bring my stock up more or would it bring it down? I'm trying to think. What do you think?
You think it will bring your stock up because what I told him after, he knows it will bring his stock down, especially with that new coaching staff. So Tim goes, "Hey, big dog, do you watch film?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Do you watch film?" Answer how you answered on the field, Tim.
I said, I watch a little film. I said, once I see him get rotted up, I stop watching.
Because I feel like my game is so much better than watching film. I said, what?
Now go ahead. I feel like if I'm on my P's and Q's with my route running and attacking the ball in the air, I don't feel like nobody could stop me no matter what they do.
That is true. But, you know, God creates all men differently, and somebody walking the earth in the NFL may get lucky one day. You got to be prepared mentally in case that happened to have a game plan.
Yeah.
Because right now, what he's telling me is, without watching,
yeah, sure.
What
Hypothetically,
what he's telling me is, Noah, who built the ark, Tim Patrick he realizes on the bridge on the way into the ark, he's the third animal.
No.
Because you know
lions here. What's going on? Yeah,
you can't.
He's like, hey, there's one animal, two animals. Hey, I'm the third. Hey, bro, they only taking two.
I was gonna work on it this year. I got your number. I was gonna reach out when the season started about DBs and how to watch film the right way, and we was gonna make that happen. But yes, in my NFL career, I watched film maybe 10, 20 minutes, see like if the most important thing to see is if, for me wise, are they going to use hands or are they going to play mirror technique?
Yeah.
Once I figure that out, and then once I see what release is working against them, I don't need to really watch anything. In my opinion, in the past. But if I want to play as long as Steve did, 37, right?
Oh, 30? Yeah, I think so. I don't
know.
Yeah. I'm about to be 44, so I don't know now. Hey, when you're playing, you can remember all your, age, man. When you're done, you're like, hell, I think I was 12. I don't know.
Yeah, if I want to elevate my game and want to be one of those guys that make it into the double digits of playing, I'm definitely going to have to start watching more film and figure it out, because I've been lucky to get by with just my abilities. But at some point, like you said, God made everybody different, and there's gonna be some guys that might not work anymore. I'm gonna have to have a different type of game plan.
You obviously now it's been working for you, right? We all joking and teasing, but it's been working for you, and to each his own, and rightfully so. You're a fantastic athlete. You know your P's and Q's. You are watching film to the best of your ability, and it's working.
Yeah.
Everybody in any profession can add more tools in their tool shed, right?
Yeah.
What do you believe now rehabbing and also with this coaching staff? What are you most excited about for yourself, knowing what Coach Payton offensively has done in the past with the New Orleans Saints, and now he's right there in Denver?
I'm real excited. I try to stay in that middle ground, because I think this is my fourth head coach, and it's kind of like a broken record getting excited for people. At this point of my career now, obviously I want to win. I just wait. You could do all the stuff you want right now, but when those bright lights come on and the games start, that's how you prove to me like you really do this. Because I've had 4 coaches. I've had probably 8 quarterbacks that most people I thought they was going to be good, and it didn't work out the way I thought it was. So I'm just in that middle ground, man. I just know I'm going to work hard, and whatever they need me to do, I'm going to do it.
I didn't even think about it. So Coach Payton is the quarterback, Nathaniel Hackett, Vic. Coach Vic, Fangio, and who else?
Vance.
Oh, and then now he's back as a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
That's awkward. If you think about it.
It's a little awkward, but
yeah. I'm thinking about it, I'm like,
I used to park in that spot.
A little bit, but everybody loved him, so it was an easy welcome. And it just didn't work out as a head coach wise. But the defense was fired that year, so
as well.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure.
I don't think it'll go back. I don't think it'll go backwards. Like, I don't think it's like he's a defense coordinator now. They digress. I think they increase even more with some of the studs that you guys have on the team. Before you got hurt, man, what it had to, and I know it had to be some epic battles between young Surtain and yourself.
Yeah, we
because both of y'all like to talk.
The crazy thing is he only really be talking to me. That's the funny thing about it. We had some battles. We got bets every practice of if I get a catch or if I get a touchdown or if he stopped me. We got bets going on. I won't say what it's for.
No, you just talking about wagers like the competitive edge to make you guys get better.
Yeah,
you're not
really
talking
go.
About you're not talking about financial, just like bragging rights, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was good. It was good. He tries playing off in practice. I guess that's what he feels like his weak spot is. So I will call it. I'll give him the edge by 1 right now.
Wow.
Honest opinion. He's an animal press. I don't know why he doesn't press every play. But
you gotta switch it up though.
Yeah, when he plays off, he could get got.
I mean, everybody can, right?
Yeah, everybody gonna get it.
Yeah,
regardless.
Yes,
but I feel like off is his weak spot in his game. Okay. If you want to call it a weak spot.
That's hey, there's some teams that'll move up to have that weak spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what is rehab for you right now? What does rehab look like?
Every day here around 8, get in activation, lift, jumping, go out and run routes, sprint mechanics, pull sleds, the whole bit. At this point, I'm cleared to do everything. So I'm doing everything. At this point, I'm just doing repetition to get myself ready to play in the game.
So would you say there's been some time between your injury and getting cleared, that there's been some times where you're running routes or doing something that you normally should be able to do pretty fluently that you're kind of like, man, I'm not sure? Like at some point through the rehab.
Like stuff feels unsure. I trust it. It just my technique and my route running is just completely off right now. I feel like I'm leaning back in a lot of things. In breaking routes, like basics right now, and basics and digs are my hardest route right now.
Because you have to put so much pressure on that.
So much pressure to stop.
Yeah.
To stop and come negative out of it. That's what's hard right now.
That's a faith route right there.
Yeah.
And you ain't got no faith in it right now. Right. And I'm not saying it like to tease because, like, you know, we were talking, right? Ezekiel Elliott and Pollard. Right? Tony Pollard, he's injured. And they're like, oh, just cut Ezekiel, you know, because you got Pollard. And I'm like, bro, it's gonna take him a while to have that faith run, that situation where you no longer remember what you were doing when you did it. You blow through that emotional stop sign.
Yeah. And I feel like that's gonna happen when there's a defender in front of me. Because it's either gonna be the choice, you want to get locked up or you want to get open and get a catch. And I want to catch, so I'm not even gonna worry about what I got going on. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get open.
But right now in that moment, if you had that defender in front of you, would you feel comfortable doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. That's good.
I'm gonna wear a knee brace just because the way I play the game, I want to feel like I have that security. And if it's not restricting me and it's allowing me to be me, I'm aware because I know I play the game a little reckless. So just me knowing I have a knee brace on, I feel comfortable playing the way I want to play.
I mean, I just like it. I you know, we all have injuries, but I want to sit here talk about my old ass injuries. So, you know, you know, they were using they were using cotton swabs and using actual real sewing needles. You know, when they sewed me up. So.
Oh nah, I'll send you some clips. I'll send you some clips tomorrow. You let me know what you think.
Okay. All right, Coley, you got anything? Because I know he got to get going.
Yeah, no, I mean, you were talking about PS2 and you've talked about how there's no one out there who can really cover you. Is there someone on a different team who you at least have like a base level respect for when you see them lining up across from you? Is there someone like, all right, this dude can actually play. I need to stand up a little bit more straight. I need to be more locked in.
I respect everybody. At the end of the day, the way I look at it, if I got a goal ball opportunity, I'm 6'4", with a 37+ inch vertical. If they stop me from catching the ball, that's my fault. It's nothing that they did to stop me. It's my fault I didn't catch it. I respect everybody, and I just DBs, I just don't view them as somebody that could guard me. It just, I can't really say nothing nice about them. It's either, oh yeah, this guy uses his hands a lot, or this guy used mirror technique, so you got to move him around so you could get open. It's just those things. It's not like, oh, this guy's good. It's never that. It's just like, oh, he does this, so make sure you do this to get open.
Interesting. Have you seen anyone who does both like exceptionally well?
Pat.
Not giving credit to nobody. No.
We're gonna let you go after this because this is my show. Right? I gotta say that, bro. You 6'4" with a 37-inch vertical. 37. That's not like.
It's not like 40, but you got to put an aspect that I'm 6'4" with probably a 6'8" wingspan with a 37-inch vertical. Like the DB will have to have a 40+ inch vertical to be as high as me.
Or the receiver, when they Hail Mary it, can run do a 43.5 inch vertical.
Or name one receiver that has a 43.5 vertical that could catch the ball.
I don't know. I was just throwing it out there because it was just cool. Because when you said 37, right? Because I'm still in combine mode and I'm looking at my numbers. I'm going, well, Anthony Richardson had 40. And he's so you threw that number out like it was really, really big. No, I'm joking. I'm messing.
If you compare, you could compare the numbers. All
it's
of it's
ridiculous.
Gonna be above average. Yeah,
I know the fact that you're 6'4", 37, that makes you significantly taller than a 5'9" who got a 40.
Yeah, so
much. Not all 37s are built equally.
That's the way I'm looking at it.
I know it was good. I was just messing with you, but it was. I knew what I was doing, but I was going. Stupid. That's damn near like 9 feet tall. But whatever.
All right. How was your mindset before? I know, sure. I just wanted to ask. I know we talked about this. You watching film and all that. Did you ever feel like, oh, this DB's gonna lock me up?
Absolutely.
Who?
Darrelle Revis, Champ Bailey, Richard Sherman, bad kneecapped, bad body Brandon Browner, bro. And so
what made you feel that way though?
Watching enough film that put the fear in me to continue to keep watching more film and working on my game. So at least I walked in there with 3 or 4 things that I knew, man, I know this is going to be a rough day, but I feel like if I could get these things going, I could turn the table. Like, bro, Talib, right? You talk bringing in New England Patriots. Man, I played Talib. Bro, I had all the confidence in the world, but also had a whole bunch of damn doubt in my mind as well. It just really depended on which route, the way he was lined up, which guy was talking to me. Was it the dude saying, man, we can't be touched? Little Smitty over here talking about, dog, he can't cover you. The other dude talking about, I told you, you ain't even supposed to be in the league. And today they gonna find out why why they should have never drafted you. Man, I had so much internal dialogue. So my confidence was never in what people thought. It's like, oh, he's arrogant. Man, I was scared. So I worked my butt off because of the fear I had.
I feel that I feel like you was just more scared of failure than them.
It was a combination. It was a combination of both. Because, bro, I used to get film, say on Champ Bailey. Bro, the film guys hated me. Hey, man, and this was when they had old VHS or the DVDs.
You were not that old with VHS.
Bro, look, I'm cleaning out my office right now. I have 4 games that I had in college, and they're in white VHS cassette holders with the score, team, and a W or L that we lost from Utah, bro.
Sheesh.
Right? And then I have some of my film, and some of the guys that I went, they would say, hey, Champ Bailey 2003, Champ Bailey 2002, Champ Bailey 2000. I was like, hey, give me 3 seasons. Like, that's what I would do. Like the off season, I'm like, all right, here's schedule comes out in May or late May, June. I'll go, all right, we got, you talk about Baltimore. Hey, I only played against Joe Hayden one time when he was a rookie with the Carolina Panthers in Cleveland, right? That's how old it was. Willie McGinnis was on the team on Cleveland.
Oh, wow.
And Willie McGinnis had braids, right? So
very important detail to the story.
Yeah.
And so I just remember, like, now I'm a Baltimore Raven, and I'm going, man, I don't watch Cleveland Browns because we play the AFC teams every couple of years.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to watch him unless I have to. I'm not watching film against him because the teams he's playing, we don't really watch. And so I had to watch film on him, and I'm like, bro, I need the film guys, man, give me 3 years. I want every play he's on, run past 3 years so I can get familiar with him, because I was watching the film and I'm like, yo, I remember I was watching the film. I'm like, man, he shadows well. He don't seem like he has any kind of deficiency. And then I'm like, I see something. I go, ooh, he's a finesse guy. Because I saw Brandon Marshall do something to Joe Hayden, and Joe Hayden did not respond. And I go, oh, I may have something here. Right? So we're playing Cleveland, first couple of plays. I'm blocking him. He like, hey, what's up, big dog? And right after they blow the whistle, so I'm holding them on the run play, and they blow the whistle. Right after they blow the whistle, intentionally, I push him. After the whistle. Hey. I don't say anything to him. And I don't know, after that or a couple of plays later when I did it again, he said, hey, man, we ain't going to be having this. Got him.
Sounds like that's how you walk around the Utah campus, the way he was telling it.
No. I got. We'll talk about that later. Hey, so, and so I do that, and he goes, and so I say I got him. Not I got him that people think. I got him meaning he's thinking, he's processing, he's starting to now. He had a game plan that he now has to alter. So now the chess match starts, because the push after the play, that's checkers. That's old mother maid. That's Uno. That's sorry. That's schoolyard. Now I get him thinking. And so now what does he do? Tim, what do corners do when you shove them or do something that they deem disrespectful or inappropriate or a little bit too much?
Next play, they probably going to try to jump jam you.
Bingo. Jump jam or press. They want to do something to say now, hey, bro, we ain't going to do this, and I'm going to show you. So that's my game. I like a phone booth. I like a fist fight in a phone booth. I don't want to square up. No, I want to, hey, come on, give that to me, right? I want a slugfest, because now I get to feel you out to see what I think is real. Is that real? So now he comes up and he tries to jam. And he wants to quick jam, and I am beating his forearms up like, pow. And so now he's kind of like flinching. So now it's the chess match has begun. And eventually what happened, Joe Hayden is a dynamic wide receiver. but there's 2 or 3 plays that allow me to set up the game-winning play. We do some alternate routes, and Gary Kubiak makes a play where he draws it up and I go across the middle. But when I give Joe an indicator step, he spin turns. I was like, I said, I got him. And so he starts to, every time he's like getting back or he's up. So he starts now to play a game. So I do the over, catch the pass. I jump between him and I think Gibson at the time was the safety. And so I make a catch over the middle. And then I make another catch. I ran a post and I ran a slant and we hand fight and I beat him on a slant. So we set up the Justin Tucker catch. There's actually a catch when I catch it on the sideline. Gibson and Hittner was the safeties. So they asked me, they go to the play. They say, Steve, what play do you want to set up this field goal? We're on the right side going that direction. I'm on the right side. I said to him, I want a sluggo because I already have beat him in the physical game. So now his thought is, I can't let him beat me. I can't let him beat me. I can't let him beat me. So what do I do on the slant? I slightly beat him. And guess what he does? He goes downhill. But I run the sluggo. But I tell Joe, when you throw the sluggo, get it up and down, hit me in the turkey hole, because don't lay me out for Whitner. Hits me on the sideline. Whitner does hit me, but he doesn't hit me as simultaneously am I catching the ball. I've already caught the ball. Now the hit is coming. They hit me. Justin Tucker, field goal, bang. And then we line up. And then I play, I think that was week 3. So we play the Panthers the next week. And I had 2 back-to-back, games. But my point is, that's what studying film was. That's what the fear I had is I watched film to gain my confidence. I wasn't the cocky SOB everybody thought. I was really well prepared, and I spent however many hours it took watching film.
I feel it.
No, you don't.
I feel it. From his point of view, I feel it.
Right.
But from my point of view, I would become an overthinker.
Oh, definitely. I'm that too.
Watching that much film, and I feel like I don't want to say the less amount of film I watch, but once I get to a point of how much film I watch, at that point, I just have to play.
Yeah, I am an overthinker. So thanks for telling everybody. I appreciate it. I do that. I mean, Coley knows it. I overthink everything. Well, we do shorts, all that stuff. I overthink, but that's the great thing about sports is it's not just your athleticism. You got to use your brain. You can't just be the best part of you can't be the shoulders down. Yeah,
that's facts.
Yeah. So
don't you think what you do on the field gets you prepared for that game and the film? We're not gonna have this conversation again. We talked damn near 45 minutes last time about this.
I do think it all works, and there's no one way to skin a cat.
Yeah,
but you can't skin the cat with a butter knife because with a rusted knife, pocket knife, because that's the way you do it. You got to be able to at least read the instructions of some new tool, so you don't find yourself in trouble, and now you're reading the instructions, and that could be the difference between your career and your life. You don't need to do that.
100%.
So, man, we'll appreciate the time, bro. Man, I know you got to get going, but it's great talking to you. I appreciate you taking your time.
Cut to it, let's get down to it.